What is up, everybody? You are checking out the Uncensored Pro Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, the Hot Commodity Ant, joined by my own personal Hot Commodity. And we are jumping into our time machine to cover WWE The Attitude Years Season 3, covering all of 2000. You can check out Season 1 and 2 in the archives. But we're covering WWF Raw Is War from January 10th, 2000, live in St. Louis, Missouri. We're just 2 weeks away from the Royal Rumble, and things are starting to heat up. Matches are being made, and this is a pretty decent episode of Raw. Uh, we're starting to see segments, promos opening up the show more, and they usually last like a good 20, 15 minutes. That's going to be happening a lot this year. But the whole roster comes out and surrounds the ring to start off Raw. The Rock comes out after them. Rock says, "You're probably wondering why every WWF superstar is surrounding the ring. They have asked the Rocks to be their spokesperson, and the Rock has agreed. Triple H and Stephanie McMahon-Helmsley, bring your candy asses out here and face the Rock." So WWF Champion Triple H and Stephanie come out. Stephanie says, "I don't know what you're up to, but I'm sure we can work something out." Rock says, "Let me give you something you needed to know for a long time. Know your role and shut your mouth. I want to talk about Mick Foley. If you do not meet our demands, every wrestler will walk out and join the World Rock Federation. Tonight, you'll reinstate Mick Foley right here, right now." Triple H says, "You want him reinstated. Mick Foley is back in the WWF, but not because you say so." Rock says, "I've been in all kinds of matches. As of tonight, matches like those pink slip on a pole, handicap, you're fired. Those matches won't happen again." Stephanie says, "That's fair." Rock says, "As of tonight, no one will be fired unless it's just due." And then Mankind comes out through the crowd. Mankind says, "I'd like to thank you, the fans. I'd also like to thank the Great One. I condemn the McMahon-Helmsley era for mocking me. I think I got a main event for the Royal Rumble. You and me, Triple H, and Madison Square Garden. I like to add stipulations on a later date." Triple H says, "You want me, you got it." And the Rock is seeing as the title match is made, "I will throw my name in and be a participant in the Royal Rumble match at Madison Square Garden. I'm going to take 29 jabronis, toss them, and go to WrestleMania to face you or you." Um, and then Mankind has Triple H make certain matches that won't benefit DX. Uh, and then Rock says, "As sure that if DX makes it through all these matches tonight, the entire DX will take on the Acolytes and the Rock and Sock connection." So, what do you think of this hostile takeover with the wrestlers and the Rock demanding certain things they haven't been getting, and Triple H quickly just giving it to them?
Well, it's about time. Somebody had to even the playing field eventually. So,
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be Vince. It still might be, but yeah, they did what they had to do.
Were you surprised that he gave it up so quickly? Because even DX is like, "Why did you give it up so quick?"
Yeah, but he really didn't have a choice. At the same time, I mean, everybody's going to walk, you know.
Not have to do it, right?
Then there's nothing.
Well, our first match, we have tag team champions competing against each other, the Road Dogg versus Mr. Ass. This is a good back and forth match. Mr. Ass lands a jackhammer, splashes Road Dogg in the corner, but Road Dogg is able to catch Mr. Ass and land a pump handle slam. After the match, Mr. Ass pushes Road Dogg and walks off. Road Dogg's your favorite, so I'm glad. I know you're glad he won, but uh, is this starting to begin the disruption of DX here?
I think so.
Let's see. Mankind has the fake Mankind tied up backstage, and he's taunting him, and just fucking with him for making fun of his family for the past couple of weeks. Next up, we have the Hardy Boyz with Terry finally back in action. Matt Hardy's cleared. They're taking on a team of Steve Blackman and Kurt Angle. During this match, Steve kicks and attacks Matt Hardy, tosses Jeff into the ring steps. Jeff lands a springboard moonsault to Steve Blackman on the floor. Jeff then missile drop kicks Steve Blackman into a twist of fate by Matt Hardy, and the Hardy Boyz get the win. after Kurt Angle walks off on Steve Blackman. So technically, Kurt Angle didn't lose this match, so his winning streak isn't over, but he looks upset that Steve Blackman lost this match for him. And I feel like on SmackDown, we're probably going to see Angle and Blackman go at it because Angle kind of left him in the dust.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean, I don't really agree with that. He didn't. It was like it was his feet. He did this, but
He didn't get
at the
pinned.
same time, he didn't get pinned. That's. But yeah, we're gonna see something happen.
Yeah. Speaking of two, the co-Intercontinental champions Chris Jericho and Chyna talk backstage. Jericho says that together they can destroy the Hollies. He apologizes for last week. He wants to team with Chyna again tonight, which I could already tell something was up to talk to her. We'll find out what happens in a little bit. WWF European Champion Val Venis defending against Edge with Christian. Val lands a sit-out power bomb for a 2. Edge hits a downward spiral, but Val gets his foot on the ropes. Edge accidentally runs into the ring post, and Val hits a fisherman suplex. Val Venis retains the European Championship. Val hasn't been on in a couple of weeks. His title has kind of gone like very low. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, what is he, the European?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the European Championship was never really that prestige anyway, but he definitely could have done more. I don't know why he wasn't.
I feel like WWE gave up on the title.
Yeah, I don't know why he wasn't having matches, but.
Well, next up we have the Hollies taking on the co-Intercontinental champions Chris Jericho and Chyna. During the match, Chyna is pretty much involved the whole match. The Hollies double team Chyna. Chyna goes for a tag, but Jericho has his back turned, and then Hardcore Holly lands a sit-out suplex to Chyna, and the Hollies get the victory after Jericho leaves with the Intercontinental Championship. I think this is just a way for Jericho to get the title and walk
away
off
from
with
Chyna.
it. Yeah, she wasn't going to give it to him. But fun stuff here, right? I mean,
yeah, we're gonna see. I mean, obviously, they're gonna have to have a match eventually to see who
is the
champion is.
The Mankind,
Unless they lose it,
they might leave you out because if one of them gets pinned or commits. Mankind has hot coffee. He threatens to give the fake Mankind Chinese water torture with the hot coffee. WWF Champion Triple H comes out to take on X-Pac in a non-title match. Stephanie drops X-Pac on the top rope, leading Triple H to land a pedigree, and Triple H defeats X-Pac with help from his wife, Stephanie. What are your thoughts? It was a decent match.
Yeah, I figured he was going to win, so. And I could tell they kept, like, kind of zooming in on Stephanie. I knew she was going to get
involved.
Yeah.
Next, we have a 6-man tag. Too Cool and Rikishi defeat Al Snow and the Headbangers after Rikishi lands. I call it the Rikishi drop to Mosh. Boring match, really nothing. I guess there was an issue on Sunday Night Heat, which caused this match to happen, but really, I didn't really care.
It was Rikishi and Too Cool against who?
Al Snow and the Headbangers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Boring match.
Yeah.
The
Headbangers are like done.
Yeah, at this point. We see footage from WWF New York being open. I wish I got to go. My sister went. She got to see Stephanie's wedding gown and a lot of cool stuff like that. But at this point, it's not open. We see Mankind untying the fake Mankind, threatens him not to do what he did again and lets that fake Mankind go. We then have another tag match. This show is filled with tag matches tonight. The Godfather and D'Lo Brown taking on the Dudley Boyz. During the match, the Dudleys grab the hose on the floor, and the Godfather and D'Lo fight the Dudleys on the floor, leading it to a no contest. Basically, really no reason for this match either. Just more filler, right?
Yeah.
We then see Mick Foley. This is interesting. He tells Tori backstage that he likes her delicious breasts. He slaps her ass and tells her to go into room number 3. Which obviously he wants Kane to go after somebody in that specific room. Another tag match, we have Test and the Big Show defeating Prince Albert and the WWF Hardcore Champion, the Big Boss Man, after Big Boss Man accidentally hits Albert with a nightstick, and then Test lands a flying elbow drop.
Oh, I get it. The fake Mankind is going to be in them.
Maybe.
Because think about it. He wants them to think he slaps her ass. So she's going to say, Mankind just did this and said to me in room 3, and the fake Mankind's going to be.
That could happen. I don't think we saw what happened with that.
I don't know.
But
that's
Test and
what
Big Show get the
makes
win.
sense.
Yeah, you just thought that now. But after the match, Albert pushes Big Boss Man, then Big Show lands a double choke slam to Albert and Boss Man again. I hope this storyline is done. We've made it to our main event. We find out also that the Brock's book is out, so people could buy that still probably on Amazon or something.
Yeah.
DX taking on the Acolytes, Mankind, and The Rock. DX basically throughout this match pretty much does not work well with Triple H. Triple H goes for a tag, but DX hop off the apron and leave. However, The Rock and the Acolytes attack DX. Stephanie grabs Mankind's leg. Triple H ends up attacking Mankind. He checks on Stephanie, and then Triple H slams Mankind to the ring steps and hits Mankind with the ring bell. Triple H then pedigrees Mankind through the announce table. Mankind's busted open. Triple H sends a pedigree, and DX get the victory. After Triple H attacks Mankind, but Mankind takes control. Mankind tosses steps at Triple H, and then hip tosses Triple H through a top of the table. And Mick Foley stands tall, a bloody mess, ending this episode of Raw.
I thought this was one of Mick Foley's better matches.
He did really good. We're going to see something happen in a couple of weeks, but what do you think about the main event so far, Triple H and Mankind at Royal Rumble?
I don't know if it's Madison Square Garden worthy, but we'll see. I have a feeling something's going to be added to it.
Well, Triple H has totally annihilated Mick Foley here. The Rock and the roster finally get some revenge with McMahon-Helmsley here. All of these matches are supposedly going to stop. We know the Rock's in the Royal Rumble match. We know that the Acolytes will take on the New Age Outlaws for the tag titles at the Royal Rumble. So a lot of matches have been made. I'm excited. We've got...
Yeah, I think this will be a good Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I think we've got only 3 more episodes of Raw and SmackDown than we got the Royal Rumble. So till next time, stay safe and stay uncensored.